Hey, what up, my comic book peeps? It's your boy J-Rock. Today I'm coming at you with another graphic novel haul. Okay, now today these are all the trade paperbacks I'm gonna be hitting you with, guys. Good chunk of books here. Look at that. Okay, I got most of these for 10 bucks, with the exception of one, and now I'll get to it right now. I'll explain it. Now let's get to the first book. I got this Captain America. This was 10 bucks. Um, This it covers issues 332 through 350 plus Iron Man 228. Written by Mark Grunwell, artwork by Karen Dwyer. Milgram on the inks. You see his signature there, Milgram. I don't have that much interest in Captain America to tell you the truth, but I saw this. I saw it has U.S. Agent. Now he's a character that got created in the 90s. A lot of cool characters created in the 90s, guys. The 90s get a bad rap. They always blame stuff on the 90s. Oh, 90s comics suck. You gotta remember the 70s. Marvel almost went out of business in the 70s because the books were that bad. So did DC. They were so bad that even Batman was struggling to sell. So don't always talk about the 90s. The 70s were just as bad, if not worse. At least, actually, 70s were known for having good art, and so were the 90s. You know. So I guess it's when we got good artists and bad writing, right? Okay, now I got this for 10 bucks. Check it out. It has that on this side. See that when they have this mark means they're overstocked. They overprinted it or they overordered too many of this, so they have way more than they could sell. So they put this on it to let the sellers or whatever know from the particular warehouse or store, we're selling these cheap right now. We're trying to get rid of this shit, right? So yeah, I got this 10 bucks. It's a $40 cover price. Covers about 20 issues. The back of it covers about 20 issues, guys. For 10 bucks, that's about 50 cents a issue. Great deal, guys. Now this paper they used to reprint on this is a little weird. It's not exactly like, it's very thin and it's not exactly the paper they use on the actual original single issues, but it doesn't look like the glossy type either. I'll trip out on that. It's more like magazine type of a paper. But yeah, like I told you, I got it for U.S. Agent because I remember seeing him as a kid. He's like a more ruthless version of Captain America, less schoolboy, if you will. Now we'll see how this is. If it's any good, if I enjoy it, I might get another Captain America because I think this one comes next. Probably end up ordering that one as well because that covers this comes right after this, and that covers the issues of the first appearance of Crossbones, which is something else. Look forward to it, guys. And I'm gonna be looking forward to doing it. I'm gonna be doing probably like first appearances of characters once I read them and it covers the first appearance of someone. Maybe do a review on their first appearance and see what we thought of. Did they make a strong first impression? Because first impressions are very important. Okay, so anyways, enough of this book. Like I was saying, pretty thick. Let's get to the next book. All right, now the next book is the New Teen Titans Judas Contract. This covers issues 38 through 44. Now we all know issue 44 of the Teen Titans is the first appearance of Nightwing. You see him here in the suit. Now when I get more into Teen Titans, I read a few of the single issues, so I'll probably start getting more of the trades. Now here, one thing I don't like that just stands out to me when I see them is they're all sidekicks. This is basically a team of sidekicks. Yes, we get it. They're all teenagers, so you think they're sidekicks. They can't be their own hero. Not everyone could be Spider-Man, right? He's the only one that was basically like a teenager that was doing his own thing. I don't mind that, but I don't like for example, that's Donna Troy. I think it's Donna Troy's her name. She's a Wonder Girl, so she's like a sidekick to Wonder Woman or something. I don't know, but Wonder Girl and her powers are basically the same. Then there's Kid Flash. It's like Flash's sidekick, I guess, and his powers are the same as Flash's. The name is the same, Kid Flash. Wonder Girl name and powers the same. I don't like that. Like it seems so unoriginal. Like they put no thought into what name can we give these characters. Wonder Girl, like Kid Flash, like, come up with, give them their own identity, you know what I mean? Maybe they're their sidekick, but give them their own different type of superpowers. Like Robin, the most famous sidekick of them all, right? But his name is Robin, it's not Bat Boy. It's not Bat Kid, right? And his suit is completely different, and also he's also a human, but his background suit, everything's completely different. He's not like Batman. And all these other guys is like they all have the same powers. Can't you be a sidekick but have your own powers or your own different identity, if you will? That's kind of, I didn't like that because appearance is important. That's what gets you to pick up the book, just like a cover is important. If you see a guy with a cool costume, you're like, oh, I want to find out more about him. Okay, now here obviously Kid Flash. This was going on at the same time as the Infinity Crisis storyline. And spoiler for those of you that don't know, the original Flash dies and Kid Flash takes the throne and becomes Flash. And Nightwing, Robin becomes Nightwing. So they both leave to their own titles, and there the whole Teen Titans team changes. It's basically a new team. And since Robin leaves, being the main sidekick, the most popular one, he's makes sense he would be the leader of this team. So without him, it's interesting to see what's gonna happen after with a new leader and the whole team's gonna have a new identity, I guess. I don't know. I haven't read it, so we'll see what happens here. Um, this one I also got for the same price, like I told you, but this one's a little damaged. It has a crease here. See if you could see it. I don't want to take it out of the bag right now. You can tell with the bag on it, but it has a crease right there. But this one, I don't mind it. This online goes for about $25 to $30. This is an out of print book, so once they're out of print, they can be a little more expensive. Depending on how sought after they are, the more expensive they'll be, or depending on how many are out there. Period. Because like with key issues, it could be a sought after key issue. The price will skyrocket, and it's not a rare book at all. There's millions of them, like Deadpool. Oh, that's another thing. People hate on Deadpool so much. I've always liked him because I liked X-Men and X-Force, so I followed him since the beginning, and I always thought he was interesting. He reminded me a little bit of Spider-Man because he was sarcastic, cracking jokes, and he was meant to be. Even Rob Liefeld said he made him. The suit was similar to Spider-Man's. He was meant to mock Spider-Man, but people were making comparisons to Deathstroke, so he went with it. All right, we're gonna give him even a similar real name. We'll go with that, but he's completely different. If you read Deathstroke, you read Deadpool, they're nothing alike. Even their color scheme, nothing's the same, just that they both wear masks. He used to also remind me kind of Snake Eyes. But anyways, I'm getting off track here. So yeah, so I got this book, glad to get it at that price I got it. And I was reading the first 5 pages. It's kind of like bonus content, reading about Mark Wolfman, about George Perez, that's the creative team on this book. And it basically is just talking about the first few pages is the introduction into them, who they are, how they came up with the story, what made them decide to write Teen Titans and decide to get rid of Robin and Flash, Kid Flash. And they're so that I found kind of interesting. I was reading some of it, right? So I was reading some of it, and obviously they had to do something because Flash was gonna sacrifice himself on the Infinity Crisis storyline. And so, okay, so, but why Robin? Why they get rid of Robin as well? Dick Grayson. Now, they were touching on this here that they found out at the time. They were doing research and so forth, and Robin had a big female fan base. A lot of girls and a lot of ladies, women, like reading Robin for whatever reason. I don't know why. Maybe because it relates, to their little kids, or I don't know. Not exactly sure why. But they said, how can we use this as to sell books? How can we use this to our advantage? So at the same time, Frank Miller was writing the Dark Knight. So if you notice there, he decided to make Robin a girl. Because I guess with this information, like, all right, well, let's make him a girl. Since she has a big fan base, it seems to be the character girls like. So they made him a girl, and in this storyline, they said, all right, since he's gaining in popularity, how about we give him his own series, give him his own identity? So that's why they made him Nightwing and see how he sells, test the waters, if you will. And I was thinking about that, And I was like, huh, I didn't know that. I go, that kind of makes sense of why they write him the way they do now. Because now he's supposed to be like, oh, pimp daddy, like, hey, what's up, baby? I'm Mr. Irresistible right here. So I noticed that's what's going on with him now, and I go, so maybe this is why, because he has a big female fan base. I'm not sure, but it would make sense that that's why they wrote him the way they did. But yeah, I found that interesting. So yeah, I'm anxious to read this book. I read the first few pages, like the first issue, the first 20, 30 pages. Pretty good so far, pretty good. I'm gonna be getting the George Perez, the first issues. I think they have three trades. George Perez's Teen Titans, it says, Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, covering the first, I think, like 30, 35 issues. So I'll probably end up buying those. They'll connect with this. It goes on continuity. So yeah. Anyways, let me get to the next book. Oh, you know what? One more thing. I noticed this when you open it. The pages on this, they're exactly like the comic book pages, right? It has no gloss, and they even have the same smell like the old back issues. You know that like sandalwood type smell, or like dust or something. I don't know exactly how to describe the smell, but they have a real distinct odor. Like when you buy the trade paperbacks that are printed from the new issues, or you not really the trade paperbacks, more when you buy the hardcovers, since they come sealed, and you when you break the seal, you open them and you open them for the first time, have a real strong odor. Like they smell like pain, like hardcore. So I noticed they both have their own smell. That has like a real strong odor, and this has its own type of odor. I guess because the material of the paper, which I don't even know why I brought that up. I just thought it was interesting. All right, now the last book of the haul, guys, was Wolverine Epic Collection, Volume One. This covers issues 1 through 16, and Marvel Comics Presents issues 1 through 10. Pretty thick book, pretty chunky. The Epic Collection. I'm digging the format they use for these. One thing I don't like, well, let me get to the creative team real quick. It's written by Chris Claremont, and then some of it is written by Peter David, which I enjoy both of these writers. Artwork is by Gene Colan and Sal Buscema. Not a big fan of some of the art on these. But anyways, this is volume one. I have most of these in singles. I have like about 90 issues in singles, leading up to like 120, something like that. From 1 to 120, I have about 80 or 90 of them. So I'm missing a few from like 60 to 80. Anyways, that one I also paid $10 for, but that one I got on Amazon and I had to pay the $4 extra shipping. So technically it was 14. Also has that overstock thing there. Whenever they have that, like I told you, you expect to get them at a cheap price. Okay, I have some of those singles, so from those first 16 issues, I'm probably gonna try to probably sell them. I see no reason to have them in singles and in the trade. I hope they make the whole collection of this whole first series in Epic Collections form. That way, it runs about 180 issues, so I'm thinking it's gonna be around 10 of these, 10 maybe 11, and I'll get rid of my singles and collect it this way. The thing I don't like about the Epic Collections, the next one comes out, and I believe in about 2 3 weeks, and it's volume 8. So it goes from volume 1 to volume 8. Now I was reading under the description, it said Epic Collections do not come out in order. Like volume 8 will come out 6 months later, volume 4, another 8 months later, volume 12, like all out of order. Which I'm not feeling that shit. I see it makes no sense to me. I see no reason why they would do that. Why not just bring out volume 1, volume 2, and so forth, right? Makes no sense to me. I didn't get that at all. Not, that ain't the business. You know what I'm saying? But oh well, it is what it is, and I will be getting it in a few weeks when it comes out in December. Maybe that'll be my Christmas gift to myself. I'll make myself a nice in stock trades order. Thinking about buying a few video games, but I think I'm gonna rather go with some books. I think that's a better choice for me. Um, all right, guys, it's getting close to the end, y'all. So if you like what you saw, you're looking forward to some more graphic novel hauls. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet to see more of the same. Also, I'm reading currently Fables right now, the first volume, and I'm also reading Batman: The Black Mirror. So depending on which one I finish first, stay tuned for a review of that. Oh, also, guys, if If you can hit that share button, help out spread the word about my videos, about my channel. You'll be doing me a big favor, help promote me, so I could blow up, be the next big thing. Nah, I'm just playing about that. But seriously, if you could hit that share button, put my videos out there so other people can watch, because not necessarily, oh, I want subscribers and so forth, but because I want to get more into the social aspect of it, like into the live streaming, live hangouts. I seen Travis, aka Oddfellow Stotts, he does a weekly thing on Saturdays, comic book roundtable. Also, ETA Nick does this on Sunday mornings. He does like a Sunday chat. Great peeps. They got 1 million subscribers out there. Check them out. I'm pretty sure you already are subscribed to them, or you already know who they are. But really, I watch their videos and I find them very entertaining, and I want to get into that aspect and get to meet people, chop it up about comic books, comic book related shows, you know, certain interests we have in common, hobbies or whatever you will. Yeah, so like I said, if you have any interest, post your comments on the bottom, holler at me, let me know. Also, you could reach me on Twitter. I'm under JRocks_ONE. I'll put the title on the screen right here. If I can find out how to link it, I will. But if not, I don't know how to do that shit right now. So if I can't, I'll just I'll spell it out on the screen for you guys. Follow me there. All right, so that's about it, guys. I'll catch you guys next time.